Welcome back, everybody. We're the Jersey Comic Con. In this episode, we are talking Omni-Man, yes, from Invincible. You want to stay tuned. We have some interesting questions to ask.
What's going on, everyone? Chris and Rob here, back again talking Invincible. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hey, buddy, I'm doing good.
How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. I was told that you have a question for me,
I
and
do.
we needed to make a separate video.
Absolutely.
All right.
We had this huge question that Rob and I kind of talked a little bit about off camera, but I wanted to pose it as a video and a question, and obviously we'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below and what you think. But as we saw at the end of Invincible Season 1, Omni-Man flies off after beating his own son to death almost. And what stops him is a little bit what we talked about in the last episode, which was, the memories of him and a family and realizing that he's doing this to his son and his son kind of saying, I'll still have you, Dad. And there's like one tear that kind of floats in space as he's leaving.
Yeah.
So my question is Omni-Man redeemable, or will he be redeemed by, let's say, the end of this entire series?
It's so hard for him to be redeemable after what he's done, right? After all the carnage and destruction and the lives that he just destroyed, right? Like, before I saw that tear, I was like, there's no way we can redeem this character. But the fact that he got the tear as he's leaving shows that there's some more remorse, right? Mm-hmm. It shows that he cares, right? There's something there, and like it's enough to make him stop before he killed Mark, because he just said, I'll just, I'll kill you and make another one of you. That's 17 years. That's the second to me. That's nothing, right?
Yep.
Which it's very cynical with that mindset, but like I could see that being true for like someone who's like the god, essentially, right? Immortal, right? But the fact that he cried leads me to believe like he can be redeemed, and I don't like saying that, right?
Yeah.
But I think the script writing and just the creative minds behind Invincible are so good. It's so well done, right? From the comic to this, it was one of the top-selling indie books for a long time because of its work, right? Mm-hmm. So does that mean that Mark's father has a redemption arc in the show? I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's going to come a point where Mark's going to need his dad, and his dad's going to step up. It might come to a point where, like, because there's so much content, right? Yeah. It could come to a point where Mark beats his dad or stops him, and he goes to jail, right? And then he's like, I need someone. There's only one person I could use to like help me fight this new threat, and it's Omni-Man. They get his father out of jail. They fight together, take down this bad guy, and he starts his road to recovery. And maybe towards the end of the series, he does. I could see that happening, but I think the road to redemption, if that's even going to be a thing for Omni-Man. By the way, we have not read the comic for this, so we don't know anything that happens. I think it's going to be long. I don't think we're going to see it next season. We might see hints of it again next season. Mm-hmm. I think there's just so much to do in season 2. Like, there's so many different plot points to hit. Maybe by the end of season 3, we're like, maybe he could be redeemed. Or, like, that's when Omni-Man gets beat. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think right now it's like, you're going to feel bad for the guy, like, while he fights his son and while that whole thing happens. You're going to have a soft spot for him. But, like, I don't think for the majority of us, we're going to be like, oh, he can be redeemed. I think the end of Omni-Man's arc, we're like, we feel bad for you that you're going through this, but you're still a bad person. And, like, we don't want good things for you. And I think later down the road, once Mark processes the darkness that was introduced into his life because of his father, then we could probably see the hope of his father being there again for him.
Yeah, no, I like everything kind of that you just said there.
It's good. It's good stuff. I'm great. Thank you.
I would say there's a couple options on the table, though.
Okay.
Redemption is sometimes viewed like by person, right? Like it's not necessarily an overarching thing for everyone. It's not a consensus. And I would say for Debbie, no redemption. Right? She is done with him.
Nah, I think all she needs to do is save her son.
I think it'll be like thankful, but I don't think there's any kind of remorse for everything that he's just put her through and kind of the lies and deceit and horror that she went through. And to hear like the person you love the most basically call you a pet, that's really tough to get over. I think for Mark, there's going to be an easier redemption arc, regardless down the line if maybe Omni-Man is pretending to be better.
Oh,
And who
ooh,
knows if
that's
Mark
rough.
Mark
Okay.
eventually has a family of his own, and he's like, I couldn't get my son to see the light. Maybe I could get my grandkids to see the light.
Oh, down the road. Oh, that'd be crazy.
Because again, Invincible has what 25 volumes to pull from right now.
Yeah.
So this is a lot of storytelling. Kirkman doesn't do short-term stuff. It's epic. So I think we're gonna have an interesting kind of, back and forth with Omni-Man one doing something no Vulture has done before, right? And that's leaving his post. Alan the Alien is like, what do you mean he left? Oh, like that's never happened in the history of, like, I have to tell the Coalition. So the other aspect is Omni-Man. Is he going to be undercover with the Vulture with the Coalition and kind of turning against his people or faking it while he like maybe secretly starts taking out more people? Um, but I think there's a chance they might try and redeem him. I just don't know how you redeem a guy who kills tens of thousands of people with the snap of a finger or the squeeze of a head, or putting your kid through a train full of passengers at rush hour. Like that's
Yeah.
it's really tough. um I think they're gonna try though to, or maybe secretly do it. Another character we didn't touch on last episode was the Damien Darkhold, who kind of went away.
Oh, the demon who went back to hell. Okay.
Demon went back to hell, and he kind of investigates crimes, right? Does like Cecil or someone like that bring him back? Because
Okay.
does Omni Man come back and like proves that he's good? And Cecil's like, nah, dude, don't trust it. Give me the Darkhold dude back, and
Oh,
have him secretly and
interesting.
unknowingly try to investigate and try to be like, Mark,
Hmm.
you need to listen to me. This guy is like fooling you.
Oh, that'd be a cool little like arc, like Omni Man pretending to be good. But like, I like that arc, but then that means he's never gonna actually be good. Like if you do the
I don't
arc
think
of
he should be.
fake
Yeah.
good, if you do the arc of fake good, and then you got to find out he's bad, like I don't think like he's ever gonna get redeemed after that. I think that's like the nail in the coffin, don't you think?
Well, yeah, but do you think he should be redeemed, or are you more on the side of like, no, he shouldn't be redeemed? Look what he's done already, and like, why would he change? He's thousands of years old.
I think he could be redeemed. Oh
I
wait, you're asking if he should. You're thinking about I
Yeah,
think he should be, not if he could. I if it's a good story, yeah.
it's
But
tough,
like
right? It's not easy because of everything he's already
because
done is
I'm like,
so
oh, that's
heightened.
his father. Like I want him to be redeemed. I don't want the good guy to be the bad guy. I want some other guy to be the bad guy.
Well, also it's
Um,
visual too, right? It's
yeah,
it's Thanos snapped his finger and people turned to dust. Isn't visually as bad
it's
as
killing those
Omni
people.
Man popping dudes' heads off.
I want Omni Man to be redeemed. I do.
I
I
don't.
want him and his son to have a good relationship again and like actually build it towards the future that they want and like good things to happen.
And forgive him for killing
Yes,
massive amounts of people and
because
causing,
he's gonna save billions.
and in Mark's view, causing me the most trauma I've ever had in my
Yes,
life,
I want him to be redeemed.
and breaking our family up and destroying half of the
Yep.
city and all this stuff. All right, man. Like I think it's gonna be Mark as such a good-hearted, like the Peter Parker character,
Yep.
right? I think it's gonna be an aspect of he's not gonna believe it at first, then he's gonna try slightly warm up. It's gonna cause tension between him
Mm-hmm.
and whoever his significant other is at the time, his mother, Cecil, his friends, and Omni Man's gonna play the part. And I think he's gonna show you all over again why he's Omni Man. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I personally think.
Guys, we want to know down in the comments below if Omni Man can be redeemed, and do you want him to be redeemed? Let us know.
And guys, thanks so much for watching. Give us a thumbs up, like if you like this video. Really helps the channel out a lot. If you're brand new, subscribe, turn on those notifications, check out other videos on the channel. You don't want to miss anything else we talk about deep dive theories or reviews on Invincible or any other comic stuff. And as always, I'm Chris Teller. That's Rob Moran with the Jersey Comic Crew, and we'll see you next time.